Hello, welcome, namaste. My name is Babette. So great to be back. Thanks for being here. It was so wonderful to receive your messages, your comments. As I mentioned before, even though it's a virtual world, I really feel I can feel a whole lot more connected, even through something as simple as comments. As I learned a little bit about my streamers, where you're streaming from in the world, what you're working on, what you appreciate, and what you would like to see more of. So thank you for liking, for subscribing, and for reaching out. A little different today in setup. I am working with an external mic, and I'm hoping that that helps with the sound quality and, of course, improves your experience of practicing with me. For today, blocks can always be handy, maybe keep them nearby, but you're probably going to need your space, your mat, maybe a little bit of water or a hand towel, and I hope you enjoy. We're going to get into some twists today. I had a lot of fun moving through this, designing this, and so did my student friends in class this week. Please come to lie on your belly as we face down. Make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead on the back of your hands. So you're lying on your belly here, which makes belly breath a little bit inhibited. This is the reason I put you on your belly, as I'd like you to try to tap into your lower back, which is where your largest lung capacity resides. We not often tap into this space. But when we lie on our belly, we kind of naturally are encouraged to breathe into that massive space in the low back. It's where your largest lung capacity resides, so it's good to tap into it. Puts a lot of oxygen in the body, and there's plenty space to breathe. So please take a deep inhale through the nose, feeling ribcage expand to the sides and up, and then that side out. You can even bend your knees and go for a bit of a windshield wiper with the legs, allowing for a gentle massage of the upper thighs, the quads. And then please take your legs back down to the ground, about a little wider than inner hips width apart. Take your left arm out to your left, palm down. If a 90 degree is not possible, go for about a 45 towards the back end of your mat, palm down. Then take your right hand underneath the shoulder, elbow faces up, bend the right knee, toes face up. And then roll onto your left side. Let the head rest on the mat for this beautiful shoulder rotator cuff stretch, even across deltoids and pecs. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Side out. Please come to lie back on your belly. Keep your right knee bent, the toes face up. Take your hands underneath your shoulders as you lengthen through your arms, coming up into a one-legged cobra. Press into the right thigh. And then bending the elbows back, take that back down to the ground. Extend your right arm along to your right. Bend the left knee, toes face up. And then roll onto your right side. Let that left foot drop behind you. Head rest maybe on a block if you need to. Go for a deep inhale. Side out. Then roll back on to your belly. Keep the left knee bent, toes face up. Draw the hands underneath your shoulders as you lengthen through the arms. One-legged cobra pressing into the left thigh. And then take that back down to the ground. Please take your feet a little wider, about as wide as the mat. Tend your fingers as high as the shoulders, elbows face up. Press into the tops of the feet. Relax your glutes as you inhale, come up into a wider cobra. Exhale, look to your left. Right ear comes down, bending the elbows. Inhale, come up through center as high as you want. Exhale, look to your right. Left ear lowers. Twice more, once each side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, look to your left. Maybe go a little lower. Inhale up through the middle, open up across the chest. Exhale, take it to your right as you lower the left ear down. Inhale through up center one more time. Exhale, take it down to the ground. Draw your hands underneath your shoulders, take your legs a little closer together, coming up into a baby cobra. So if you can just use your back muscles here primarily, the long muscles of your back, maybe even float your hands off the ground for a moment. And then take the hands back down. Inhale, come up into a high cobra, lengthening through the arms. Exhale, tabletop, hands and knees. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Exhale, go for big cat spine, big dome here. Inhale, a neutral spine. Please flip your right fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. Extend your left leg long, tuck the toes, and let's rock the weight front to back a bit. Breathing into the left calf, the right forearm, the wrist. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, frowning your forehead, or holding your breath all together. Next, inhale, find some stillness as you float your left leg off the ground as high as your hips. Exhale, left knee to nose for half bird dog. Inhale, send it all the way back, lengthen through the crown of the head. Twice more. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it all the way back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale all the way back. Get long through the toes. Keep the foot up. Exhale, swivel the left foot to the right. Toes touch down. And then gently rock your weight a bit into a diagonal. Be mindful as you're moving through your joints here. That's quite incredible how much tension we put away in our forearms and wrists. Next, inhale, float your left leg off the ground in a diagonal, bend the knee. Reach back with your right hand for the big toe edge of the left foot. Inhale, lift the left knee, press the foot into the hand, look forward. Exhale, carefully release back to tabletop. Tuck your toes. Go for big cat spine on the next exhale, big dome. Inhale, cow spine, arc your back. Keep your seat over and up the knees as you rock your weight forward, shoulders over the wrist, quite the wrist stretch. Bend the elbows back, chest and chin drop down, Ashtangasana. Untuck the toes, slide it through for your low cobra. Coming up into your high cobra to your tabletop, please. And flip the left fingertips towards the left knee as you tuck your right toes, extend through the right leg, and rock your weight front to back a little bit. Ujjayi breath, if you had not done so yet already, keeps our breath smooth, cool, calm, and collected. Core engaged as you float your right leg off the ground as high as your hips. Doesn't have to be that high. Exhale, right knee to nose, half bird dog. Inhale, send it all the way back. Exhale, knee to nose, breathe it all the way out. Inhale, send it all the way back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend your right leg long behind you. Exhale, swivel your right foot to the left, toes touch down. Go for a bit of a rock. Be mindful of this diagonal pulse. I'm just gently tapping into your IT band as well. Next, inhale, find some stillness so you can float your right leg off the ground in a diagonal. Bend the knee as you reach back with your left hand, big toe edge of your right foot. Inhale, lift the right knee, look forward, press the foot into the hand. Go for a beat. And then carefully let that foot come back down. Tuck your toes. Exhale, cat spine, big dome. Inhale, cow spine. Exhale, shoulders forward, elbows back, Ashtangasana. Inhale, slide it through a low cobra to a high cobra to upward facing dog, floating the thighs off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. And find your breath. I always go for a little bit of a head bobble. I think the word shake is too aggressive. We're talking about the 5 vertebrae of your cervical spines, and so please be mindful with them. So just gentle head bobble to make sure you're not holding your head up. Hands can be a little wider than shoulder width apart, spreading the fingers very, very wide away from one another. And feet about inner hips width apart, softening the knees so you can drive your seat way high into the sky. With each exhale that you take, lengthening through the arms, pushing the front of the mat forward and away from you. All right. On the next inhale, lift your heels, hips, look back, dome your spine. Slowly roll forward into a plank pose. Take your time. Exhale, shoulders forward, elbows back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, flipping on the tops of the feet or roll over the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. So the first Chaturanga can always be a bit intense. But with movement, the synovial fluid in our joints becomes more viscous, and making a movement a bit more pleasurable or easier as we go, if we should believe the science. So let's put it to the test. Inhale, lift your heels, hips, continue to look back as you dome it forward to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Take your time. Exhale, downward facing dog. And something to think about. A lot of people rely just on upper body strength in chaturanga when you're lowering your entire body down in one plane, not just your upper body. So see, you can engage your leg muscles, your glute muscles as you lower down. Those are the longest, strongest muscles of the body. It's great to use them. How? By driving through your heels. Let's give it a try. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower that down, drive through the heels to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, walk your hands back to your feet at the back of the mat, finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, go for halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, release, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift, re-lengthen, crown of the head leads. Exhale, fold over. One more time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, up hands pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. Something different. Take your feet a little wider than inner hips width apart. Bend your knees, reach your arms up for a chair variation. But this time, we're going to send our seat way, way, way back as far as you can. Maybe even thighs parallel down to the ground. I'd just like to activate your thighs here, your Achilles. Try not to let your toes face out so you can keep your feet parallel. And then I don't really care what you do with your upper body, but so you can sit as low as you can. And then on the exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale, go for a halfway lift. Exhale, walk forward to your plank. You can lower down through a vinyasa or draw it back to downward facing dog. And find your breath. On the next inhale, after you get back to your down dog, please step your feet a footprint closer to the wrists and separate them as wide as the mat. Driving all the way down through your heels, maybe imagining gravity moving through the hips, down the legs, into the feet. Allow your head to hang as you take the back of your right hand to the low back. Continue to draw the weight down into the lower body. Go for another breath. Then switching sides, right hand lowers. Left hand, back of the left hand to the low back. Continue to rock your weight back if you can. Especially that right heel so you can drive it down. Next inhale, left hand lowers to where you found it. Draw your big toes to touch underneath you. Lift your heels, hips, roll the shoulders over the wrists, look between your thumbs and push quite a bit. Inhale, heels lower back down. Next inhale, just take your feet a baby step forward towards the wrist. Lift the heels, hips, push, 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 lengthening through the joints of the arms. Exhale, heels lower. Stay where you are, or one more baby step forward, high on the tippy toes. Rock it forward, maybe even a little bit over the wrists. And then exhale, heels come back down. Inhale, walk it forward to the front of your mat, going for Uttanasana, your intense stretch. Inhale, let's go for a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold over, double tap, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take your feet a little wider than inner hips width apart. Inhale, reach your arms up for Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, T-twist to your right. Push to the palms. Maybe move that right hip a little bit further forward. Next inhale, right arm circles down, forward up. Exhale, T-twist it to the left. Again, you can move your left hip a little bit further forward for a deeper twist. Inhale, left hand circles down, forward up. Exhale, swing your arms forward, down and back. Interlace your fingers, soften your knees. Inhale, pull that fist down and back, roll the shoulders back, navel draws in. Perhaps start to turn your heart open towards the ceiling, head can drop, bend the knees a little bit. Go for your standing back bend here. Keep your bind. Inhale, come up and over your legs. Allow the head to drop for this beautiful shoulder opener here. And maybe start to rock the weight into the front of your feet. Please allow your hands to come down, a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back into a runner's lunge. Lower the left knee down, keep your toes tucked. Come into tented fingers, fists or blocks. As you look forward, draw the chest forward and through. Exhale, drive through the left heel, the knee floats, lengthen through your right leg. Allow your head to drop. Inhale, rebend the right knee, left knee lowers, look forward, shoulders draw back. Exhale, drive through the left heel, your knee will lift and lengthen through your right leg. That right leg does not have to straighten. One more pause. Inhale, rebend the right knee, left knee lowers, look forward. As you draw the chest through, you probably feel that in the hip flexors and quads of the trailing leg. Exhale, a lift and a lengthen. Inhale, rebend your right knee, left knee lowers, untuck the left toes. Keep that left knee down as you draw the hips back for Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. And maybe shimmy your front foot a little bit forward or back, knee back. So sometimes I see this in class, very different pose, not half split. So you can keep that roughly 90 degrees over your back knee. Just flex your right toes very hard towards you. Now we're going to add on some spice. Please take your hands over to your right, underneath your shoulder, tented fingers, maybe palms down. Then turn the pinky toe edge of your right foot down to the ground for an IT bend stretch here. Go for an inhale, maybe side out. Inhale, face your right toes up to the sky. Take the left hand underneath your shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches up for a twist. So you can draw that right hip a little bit further back and perhaps flex that right foot just a smidge harder. You might feel that again a little bit more in the hamstrings and right IT band. Inhale, right hand lowers, or rebend the right knee. Maybe draw the foot a bit underneath you as you sweep your arms up for Anjaneyasana. You can reach through the fingertips or interlace last three fingers, Kali Mudra, as you lengthen through the arms. Keep your core engaged by drawing the navel in and up. And per usual, so you can think a lift, lengthen out of the lower body on the inhale, creating space. Perhaps using your exhale to drop a little bit further back. Maybe even draw the biceps beyond the ears. Next exhale, hands come down. Heel toe that right foot over to the right, hands on the inside of the foot. Tuck your left toes, drive through the left heel, the knee floats, look forward. You're in Uttam Prasthasana. Face your right toes a bit out to the right in an angle. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand into Malasana, but a different variation. Take your hands down to the ground, palms facing up, as you find this bit of a C curve in your spine. All the way from your neck to your tailbone. Maybe imagine your tailbone curling forward and up. As this little bit of a rounding in the spine actually lengthens you through the long muscles of your back. Go for an inhale. Side out. And then on the inhale, take your hands back to your heart, elbows in your knees, and you might find that you're actually a little bit more comfy in your Malasana. Next inhale, hands come down, sit bones up, face your toes forward and your back a little wider, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, come all the way up for your wider Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, T-twist to the left this time. So you can push to the palms. Take your left hand to the low back, fingertips up or down. Look at your right hand. Flip the right palm. Go for your standing Anahata here. Supported variation. And then on the next inhale, come back up. T-twist, left arm reaches behind you. Inhale, circle that left arm down, forward, up. Both arms reach up. Exhale, T-twist it to the right. Take a beat. Then take your right hand to the low back, fingertips up or down. Look at your left hand. Flip the palm. Inhale, go for your standing, supported back bend as far as feels okay for you. And then come back up, T-twist. The right arm reaches behind. Inhale, circle the right arm down, forward and up. Exhale, hands sweep down and behind you. Interlace your fingers. Just go for that opposite thumb grab. Pull your fist down and back. Roll the shoulders back. Maybe start to dip back for yet another standing back bend variation. You can always bend your knees a little bit, please. Keep your bind. Inhale, come up and over, cascading over the legs. Allow your head to drop. And with your binds, you can draw your palms to touch for a little bit of an extra opening across the shoulders as you start to lengthen through the legs and rock the weight into the front of your feet. Then the hands come down, a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, heel toe, not heel toe. Step your right foot back into a runner's lunge. Lower the knee down and keep your toes tucked. Tented fingers, fist blocks as you look forward. Inhale, shoulders draw back. Exhale, drive through the right heel, the knee lifts and lengthens through the left leg as you bow it in. 2 more pulses. Inhale, rebend the left knee, right knee lowers, look forward, expand across the collarbones. Exhale, lift and lengthen through, take a beat. Inhale one more time, rebend the left knee, right knee lowers as you look forward. And then exhale, draw it back as you bow over your own left leg. Inhale, rebend the left knee, please. Right knee lowers. Untuck the right toes. Back knee stays down. Draw it back. Half split. Ardha Hanumanasana. Again, you can adjust the length a little bit so you can feel a lengthening through the left leg. And as counterintuitive as it may sound, try not to lock out that left knee joint, please. Perhaps use your exhale to fold a little further. And then let's go for some spice. Take your hands over to the left, underneath your shoulders, tented fingers or palms down. Take the pinky toe of your left foot down to the ground. Woof, I feel that. Go for an inhale. Maybe a sigh. Inhale, face your left toes back up to the sky. Right hand underneath your shoulder. Left arm reaches up for your twist here. And so you can draw that left hip a little bit further back. Flex that left foot. All right, my left IT bend is feeling it today. Go for one more. And on the exhale, left hand lowers. Inhale, rebend the left knee, maybe draw the foot underneath you as you reach your arms up for your Anjaneyasana, your low kneeling lunge. I like Kali Mudra as it helps me to not just open up through the shoulders, but it stabilizes me here as I have something to fiercely reach through in a more condensed sense with that giant fist. Go for another pulse. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen a bit. Next inhale, hands come down. As you heel toe your left foot over to the left, hands on the inside. Tuck your right toes, drive to the heel, the knee floats. Look forward, Uttan Prasthasana, lizard. Face your left toes a bit out to the left. Exhale, step that right foot to the outside of the right hand, going for your Malasana yogic squat. Inhale, tent the left fingers in front of the left shin. Right arm reaches up. Big wingspan, big expansion. Exhale, hands back to the heart. Inhale, right hand in front of the right shin. Left arm reaches up so you can reach through all 10 fingers. And then exhale, hands back to the heart. Inhale, hands down, the sit bones up. Heel toe your feet underneath you this time for your halfway lift, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, up hands pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach your arms up for your up hands pose, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, go for a halfway lift. Exhale, please just step it back to a plank pose. As going slow can really build crazy strength. Drive through the heels, knit the ribs in, fire up your belly. Shoulders come forward. We're going to lower down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to your upward facing dog. So if you're coming out of water, exhale, downward facing dog. And next inhale, draw your big toes to touch. Float your right leg off the ground for a dog split. Bend the knee, open up the hip. With that big turnout, circle through your right ankle, a clockwise, a counterclockwise. I'm going to give you some spice here. Re-lengthen through your right leg. On the inhale, toes face down. come forward into a one-legged plank pose. Keep it up as you go to a one-legged chaturanga. Do not untuck your left toes for a one-legged up dog. Next inhale, right dog split. Bend the right knee, open up the hip, stay there, or rock star to your left. You can keep it stacked or roll that right shoulder and hip back for the heart opener. Go for a beat. Next inhale, pivot back onto the ball of the left foot for your right dog split. And then exhale, feet together, downward facing dog. Inhale, big toes to touch, float your left leg up to the sky. Let's bend the knee, take that big turn out. Circle through your ankle, give it some love. Maybe drive that right heel all the way down to the ground. Next inhale, re-lengthen back through your left leg, dog split. Keep it up as you come forward to a one-legged plank. Lower down through a one-legged chaturanga. Do not untuck the right toes. For one-legged up dog, core, core, core. Inhale, left dog split. Swing the leg all the way back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Stay there or take that to your right for a rock star. Stacked or roll it all the way open as far as you want. Take a beat. Inhale, pivot back into the ball of the right foot for your left dog split. And then exhale, feet together, downward facing dog. Go for a breath. Maybe a sigh. And then a brief child's pose or sit up on your shins. And give yourself that moment of rest. All right. Sip of water, towel off. And then we'll take that into our second standing wave. Next inhale, all fours, hands and knees, please. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw your big toes to touch, back of the mat. Inhale, roll your shoulders over the wrists, look between your thumbs. Exhale, bend the knees, squat back, please look forward, look where you're going. Exhale, on the bottom of that exhale, step or hop. A halfway lift, flat back on the inhale. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Classically, it's big toes to touch, heels about a fist width apart. As you bend your knees, reach your arms up for Utkatasana, chair pose. A couple things to think about. At least try to face your knees over second, third toes. Or try not to just turn the feet out. That's not so good for the knees. Second, no duck butt. So you can draw your tailbone underneath and forward, bit of a posterior tilt in the hips. And then the biceps by the ears if you can. Think Urdhva Hastasana in the upper body. Lots of stuff going on. On the exhale, take your left forearm across both thighs. Reach your right arm up for an open twist. Now maybe look down. What can you level out? It looks easy, but it's tempting to collapse into the left forearm and the shoulder. Use your obliques. So if you were to take that left forearm away, nothing would change. Maybe still a bit lower. And then on the exhale, right hand lowers, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, hop back, or float back. Upward facing dog, cobra or none at all, of course, to your down dog. On the next inhale, draw your big toes touch, float your right leg off the ground, dog split. Exhale, right knee draws to the nose, figure four, right ankle, left thigh, figure four, downward facing dog, press your booty back. Now you can stay here. I will be with you in about 3 breaths. Or if you want, come forward for a figure four plank to a figure four chaturanga. When you are halfway down, you unhook the foot to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw your big toes to touch. Inhale, float your right leg off the ground. And if you're still in figure four down dog, please unhook that right ankle, send it back, dog split. Exhale, step the right foot through between your hands. Left foot goes a smidge to the left, heel lowers as you come up into your warrior one. Now that little railroad track between your heels to give you space, especially for the low back, the tailbone. And notice if you're sticking your ribs out so you can draw it in by fiercely actually driving through the outer blade of that back foot. Next inhale, cactus the arms out. Exhale, elbow to elbow, palms face towards you. Twice more. Inhale, cactus it, big chest expansion. Exhale, elbow to elbow, back body opener. One more time. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, elbow to elbow. Just open it up one more time on the inhale, cactus. Exhale, take right arm over left. Give yourself a hug, a half or full eagle wrap. Commit to the lunge a little bit more. Inhale, go for a baby back bend. Lift the elbows up and over. Exhale, take that into your devotional humble warrior. Maybe take the forearms all the way down to the ground. Notice if you're sticking your booty out to the right so you can draw it a little bit more underneath you. Allow for relaxation as much as you can in the neck and that right thigh. Ease in the right toes and perhaps drive a little harder through the outer blade of the left foot. Inhale, uncoil the arms, take them underneath your shoulders. Heel toe the right foot a bit over to the right. Pop on the ball of the left foot as you find Uttan Prasthasana, a little wider stance yet again. Now please face your fingertips to the back edge of the mat and let's breathe into your forearms. Take a big inhale, maybe side out. On the next inhale, turn to your left for a wide forward fold. Feel free to adjust your feet. A halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release. Stay in your wide forward fold or perhaps line up fingertips and big toes. If the crown of the head touches, you can come up into that V-like shape, or you can take your shins to the triceps and maybe find that little egg-like shape there for your Shirshasana B. If you're staying in the wide forward fold, beautiful. Just rock your weight into the front of the feet. If you're up, stay up, but start to straddle out through your legs, kick through your heels, leg muscles active, and then slowly lower down. Maybe the heels touch before the balls of your feet. Go for a halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, please hop your feet together underneath you, facing the left long edge of the mat. Perhaps step it a bit to the left so you have space or runway to your right. Go for a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up for Urdhva Hastasana, up hands pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. Please bend your knees, reach your arms up, chair, as you take your hands to the heart for balance. Float the right foot off the ground, figure four, right ankle, left thigh. Booty goes way back. Now you can think cow spine. Seat back, heart forward. Take a beat, find your breath, single point of focus. Then take peace fingers of your right hand around the right big toe. Inhale, go for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana B. As you come up to stand, find the leg balance first. Then take your right leg out to the right. And left hand can come on the left hip or reach it out to your left. Now draw your right hip a bit underneath you. Keep your breath and your gaze steady. Go for one more. Release the foot but keep the leg up as you step that right foot to the top edge of your mat. Right hand lowers, kind of like a half cartwheel. Left leg floats, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Reach your left arm up to the sky. So much energy in that top hand and top foot. Keep everything engaged. The top arm and top leg are not holding you back. In fact, they're holding you up. Maybe take your right hand to your heart because you don't really need it anymore. Go for another beat, another breath. Next exhale, lightly step it back. Warrior two, finding your feet. Maybe imagine the soles of your feet spreading all the way into the toes. Next inhale, flip your right palm, go for reverse warrior here. Stay committed to the lunge while you drive to the outer blade of the left foot. Exhale, side angle, Parsvakonasana, any variation. That can be forearm to thigh. Maybe you want to be here for a beat before you take it into a more of an extended variation. Please, that top arm, whether you're reaching up or over your ear, keep it straight, lengthening through the whole side body, through that beautiful one long line of energy from your fingertips to the back toes. Go for an inhale. Exhale, take Skandasana over your left leg, low lateral lunge, giving your right leg a break. You can stay up tall, or as your Achilles starts to open up, lower it down a bit. Seat down hard forward, draw the right toes up to the sky. Deep inhale through the nose. Maybe a sigh. Look at your right foot. Inhale, find a runner's lunge over your right leg, front of the mat. Heel toe right foot a bit over to the right. Plant the left palm down to the ground. Right arm reaches forward. On the exhale, maybe you just want to take a right elbow to left knee or thread your left leg all the way through. It might be harder to take it back. As you inhale, lift your seat, step that left foot all the way back. Exhale, right hand lowers. Inhale, go for a right dog split. Vinyasa of your choice. One-legged regular, maybe a chin stand. And I'll meet you in upward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Side out. Go for a beat, go for a beat. Catching your breath in this moment right after we finish this side. It can be quite powerful before we take it down to either Balasana, child's pose, or Vajrasana, sitting on your shins. Go for it, take your rest. All right. So give yourself that moment to let that whole first side go as we take it to the second side. Next inhale, all fours on the next inhale. Exhale, let that draw you back to a downward facing dog. Please draw your big toes touch and float your left leg up to the sky, dog split. Exhale, draw the knee to nose. Just continue to look back as you place your left ankle on the right thigh, figure four down dog. Try to really draw your weight back into the legs. Flex the left foot. Maybe if you want a deeper hip opener, draw the left knee further away from your face. Stay up. I'll be with you in a couple of breaths, or perhaps come forward, figure four plank. Maybe then figure four chaturanga. As you are halfway down, you unhook to upward facing dog, to your downward facing dog. Draw your big toes to touch. If you're coming back from your vinyasa, float your left leg up to the sky. If you are still in that figure four down dog, unhook, send the leg back, dog split. Exhale, left knee to nose and step the foot through between your hands. Right foot goes a smidge to the right, heel lowers as you come up into your warrior one. So always just take your time to find your bearings, your feet. I find it so powerful. Just find that back foot and everything starts to build up from there. Strength, stability in the lower body and that lengthening, elongation through the upper body. On the next inhale, cactus the arms out, open up across the chest. Exhale, elbow to elbow, palms face towards you. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, let's take left arm over right. Hug, half or full eagle wrap. Can you commit a little bit more to the lunge? Find that back foot. Inhale, lift your elbows up, baby back bend. Exhale, take that down to your humble devotional warrior with the eagle wrap or hug. Allow your head to rest. Reiki, relax just a little bit more. Go for one more. Try not to swing your booty out to the left. And then please take your hands back underneath your shoulders. Heel toe left foot over to the left. Pop of the ball of your right foot. Uttam Prasthasana. Look forward. Let's flip your fingers one more time to the back edge of the mat. Breathing through the forearms. Take a deep inhale. Drive through your right heel. Exhale, side out. Inhale, turn to your right for your wide forward fold. Take your time. Feel free to please adjust your feet. A halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Maybe grab your ankles, yogi toe lock, walk your hands away from your face. You can take that to your Shirshasana C if you feel stable. I used to be very afraid of this one, and then I realized how stable it was because your tripod is way wider. So if you're comfortable in Shirshasana B, maybe go for your Shirshasana C here. All right, for my flyers that are up, we're just going to stay up. But do take your legs down in the straddle, kicks to the heels, stay in control of your body parts as you slowly lower down to the ground. A halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, please hop your feet lightly underneath you together, forward fold facing the right long edge of the mat. A halfway lift to re-lengthen. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's set up for chair. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart for balance. Lift the left foot off the ground, figure four, left ankle, right thigh. Booty goes way back. You can stick it back, heart forward, maybe forearms to shin. Find that cow spine. Make sure the left ankle is fully on the right thigh. Flex the left foot to stabilize that knee. Whenever you're ready, single gaze, steady breath, peace fingers of the left hand around the left big toe. Inhale, open up into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana B. Now, I often see people rush into extending the left leg or that top leg. Find your foundation first, aka find the leg balance first. And then when you feel steady, by all means, start to straighten through that top leg. Keep the superhero on the heart. Go for one more breath. Then carefully release the foot, but keep the leg up. Step it to the top edge of the mat in control. Left hand lowers, right leg is already an external hip rotation. Float it up to half moon pose. And maybe imagine you're this supernova exploding in all directions. But please reach up a ton, or especially reach up more than you're leaning on anything below you. Perhaps take the left hand to your heart. Go for another breath. Falling means we're trying, right? Go for one more. And then exhale, giant step back to your warrior two. Finding your feet, your legs, and build up from there. Flip the left palm, inhale, go for reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle, Parsva Konasana, any variation will do. Sometimes I just like to take the first krama here, set myself up, and then I lower it down if I feel my body is telling me that I have some space. So you can roll your left hip underneath you, right shoulder rolls back. Go for another beat. Let's give that left leg some love. Deep inhale. Exhale, Skandasana over your right leg. Low lateral lunge, coming up and over. Take your time. Do keep your right heel on the ground. All our Skandasanas will look different. Over time, you start to open up into the Achilles. Look at your left foot. Inhale, go for your runner's lunge over your left leg. And then heel toe that left foot a bit over to the left. Right hand down, reach your left arm forward. Exhale, draw the left elbow to the right knee underneath you, or thread that right leg all the way through. Then lift your seat, step that right foot back. Left hand lowers. Inhale, left dog split. Vinyasa of your choice coming forward. One-legged regular, maybe chin stand. Coming up to your downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Side out. And go for child's pose or sit up on your shins, please. All right. So final standing wave. There's going to be a transition in there that I know that some people just don't have yet. And there was no way for me to modify it. So I'll be giving two options. Now, stick to your option. Everybody will be still on the same leg. We'll just be facing different directions. So maybe, yes, you can peek at the screen, but depending on the option that you take, if you go for option 2, You'll be facing the back of the mat, and you'll be taking the second side primarily facing the back of the mat before we move forward. If you go for option 1, which I'll talk you through in a moment, you'll spin the whole thing around and you remain facing the front of the mat. Option 1 will be if you know how to take Parshva Bakasana, side crow, into Kundanyasana 1. And if you're like, I'm not even so sure what you just said, I would go for option 2. I'll talk you through both. Let's come onto hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step your feet a footprint closer to the wrist, as wide as the mat. And then please take your left hand underneath across to the outer right ankle, calf, or thigh. Peek underneath the armpit. That might be enough. Or for something different, look down on the mat, steady gaze. Expect something that doesn't move. Rock the weight into the right heel and maybe float your left leg off the ground. Go for steady breath. Drive through the right heel, right palm. Steady gaze, steady breath. Reach through the left toes. Go for one more. And then step that left foot back down to where you found it. Left hand lowers to where you found it. Draw the big toes to touch underneath you. Roll the shoulders forward. Exhale, squat back. Look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms up, chair pose. Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then please twist to your right. Left elbow goes across the tricep. Please take your time. Remember that low back area that you breathed in at the beginning of class? Find it here. Your whole low back is exposed. Plenty space to breathe into. Look down, please. Steady point of focus. Pop on the ball of the left foot. Rock the torso a bit forward. Exhale, take a giant step back with your left leg into your twisted lunge. You can, of course, always step it back to a lunge and then twist. Go for another beat. Fiercely drive through the left heel. Use your core. Now let that right thigh sink for a moment. Stay low for balance. As you come up into a high crescent lunge, drive through the left heel. Drive through the left heel. Hands go behind you. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, pull the fist back. Lengthen through your right leg. Give it a break. Exhale, bend the right knee, release the bind, hands come down. Step your left foot just a foot, 12 inches, 30 centimeters forward, a bit to the left, until there's about 1 meter, 3 feet between your feet. Pyramid pose, Parsvattanasana. Go for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Stay here. If you want to go for a funky twist with me, take both hands underneath your shoulders on the inside of the right foot. Let your head drop so you can see what your left leg is. Then take your right hand underneath across to the outer left ankle, calf, or thigh. Might be enough. Or walk your left hand overhead as you try to find the outside of your right ankle and then turn your chest open to the left. Single point of focus. It's a big shoulder opener and it messes with your proprioception, awareness of your body in space. Find your heels, drive through them. On the next inhale, carefully uncoil. Hands go underneath you. Turn to your left for a wide forward fold. Please adjust your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop your feet together underneath you, facing the left long edge of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, up hands pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now we're going to stay up, but please draw the right knee up into your chest, hands at the heart for balance. And lengthen your right leg long in front of you. Kick through the heel, hello quadriceps. Keep that right leg up as you bend the left knee and lower down as far as you can, one-legged chair. Inhale, come back up. Twice more. Exhale, seat back. Keep kicking through the right heel. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit back. And then inhale, come up. Now, I don't know if I'll ever get a pistol squat in this lifetime, but I won't know if I don't try. So your right leg stays up. I'm going to bend my left knee. I like to reach my arms in front of me for counterbalance as you send your seat all the way back. And then so you can come on down and have a seat.
Right leg remains long. Please step your left foot over your right thigh as you face your right toes to the front edge of the mat. Turn your whole chest to the front edge of the mat and walk your hands forward until you're on your forearms, rolling onto the outer edge of your right leg, pinky toe edge of the right foot down. Draw the heart forward and through for this lizard variation. Maybe you want to stay here or go for a party pose, baby grasshopper. Hands underneath your shoulders. Flip the left palm up to the sky. Thumb reaches back over the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Step into your left foot as you use your right hand to push off. Look forward and maybe float off the ground. Then take that back down to the ground. Hands underneath the shoulders. Bend your right knee. Draw the heel into your glute and come up to sit facing the left long edge of the mat. Left hand goes behind. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist to your left. Now option 1 is my yogis that know side crow to Kundanyasana 1. If you are not taking that, stay in this seated twist and I'll be with you in about 5 breaths, so bear with me. For my option 1ers that want to take those arm balances, take your hands to the left, come onto your right shin, make that shelf with your triceps, look forward for your cross-legged side crow. And then extend the legs to Kundanyasana 1. Your top leg, right leg, keep it up. But bend the left knee, heel draws in. Slide your right leg long to your right, opening up into Skandasana over your left leg. Inhale, turn over your left leg, runner's lunge. Go for a left dog split. Bend the left knee, open up the hip, take that over to your right for a rock star. Please take the sole of that left foot all the way down to the ground. Float your right leg off the ground. Grab the pinky toe edge of that foot with your left hand and lower all the way onto your seat. Inhale, rock back. Exhale, step into the left foot. Use your right hand to come up to stand. Right foot goes in front. Left foot steps about 3 feet back and you're in pyramid pose, facing the original front of your mat. My option 1ers with the arm balances, stay here. Option 2, if you're like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that, please take a counter twist to the right from your seated twist. Spin towards the right, full 360 your feet for a baby wide forward fold. And then turn over your right leg facing the back of the mat, setting your feet up for pyramid pose over your right leg. So we're all facing different directions. So if you did not take the arm balances, you're facing the back of the mat. If you did, you're facing the front of the mat. Go for a halfway lift in your pyramid. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, another halfway lift. Left hand goes underneath the shoulder on top or outside of the right foot. Inhale, reach your right arm up to the sky for Parivrtta Trikonasana. Make sure both heels are on the ground. They're your anchors. Maybe draw the right hip a bit further back. Go for a beat. What can you stack? And then take that right hand back down, forward fold. Soften the right knee so you can step the left foot next to the right foot, forward fold, either front or back of the mat. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Please draw your right knee into the chest. You can wrap your arms around the knee, the shin. Then take the left hand to the outer right thigh. Right hand reaches behind you fiercely, ferociously. Then if you want to, take the left hand to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Keep reaching back, It's your counterbalance as you maybe lengthen through the right leg, kick through the heel. Go for 1, go for 2. Keep a hold of the right foot, the knee, but soften the right knee as you look forward. Take the right ankle to the left thigh, figure 4 chair, hands to heart. One more counter twist. You can turn to your left, maybe take the right elbow or forearm to the sole of the right foot. You can also airplane wing your arms out. Or if you want to, take your hands down to your left, pop onto the ball of the left foot. Make sure you step that right foot very high on the right tricep. Look forward, rocking onto the triceps. Maybe kick your left foot in front of you for your big grasshopper or dragonfly, and then send that back. Please find a forward fold as you see fit. A halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back, hop back, float back. So we're all facing different directions depending on the options that we took. Go for an inhale, maybe side out. And then a child's pose or sit up on your shins. I'm just going to switch sides so you can see what I'm doing, but please stick to the side that you had, as I'm just going to adjust this for a moment. All right. All right, beautiful. And then please come onto hands and knees, all fours to down dog. Step your feet as wide as the mat, a footprint closer to the wrist. You can then take your right hand underneath across to the outer left ankle, calf, or thigh. Might be enough to speak underneath the armpit. Or please, something that doesn't move. Look at something for a steady point of focus. Rock the weight into the left heel. Maybe start to float that right leg off the ground. Breathe. Spread to the right toes. Give it another try. Falling means we're trying. Left side is always very tricky for me. Go for one more. And then please step that right foot back to where you found it. Right hand lowers. Big toes to touch. Roll the shoulders over the wrists. Squat back, look forward, step or hop. Halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, bend the knees, reach your arms up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Twist to your left. Please take your time, find the twist, don't force your way into it. Maybe sit a bit lower, find that steady point of focus. Breathe into the low back. Pop into the ball of your right foot, rock the torso a bit forward. On the exhale, take a giant step back into your twisted lunge. I always have to lengthen it a little bit more. Now, driving through that right heel will lengthen you through the leg without locking the knee out, and that will give you a ton of stability. So drive through that right heel like crazy. Use your inhale, stay low for balance as you come up into a high crescent lunge. Drive through the right heel, drive through that heel. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, pull the fist back, lengthen through the left leg, give it a break. Exhale, bend the left knee. Release your bind, hands come down. Step your right foot, again, a foot 12 inches, 30 centimeters forward. A little railroad track between your heels until there's about 3 feet, a meter between your feet. Go for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold over in your pyramid. Might be enough or for that funky twist. Hands underneath your shoulders. Let the head drop so you can establish what your right leg is. Then take your left hand to the outer right ankle, calf, or thigh. Again, that might be enough. Or start to walk your right hand overhead, grabbing the outside of the left ankle. Turn your chest open to the right. Find your heels, drive them down. Go for one more. And take your time to uncoil. Hands come underneath the shoulders, halfway lift. Exhale, turn to your right for a wide forward fold. Please adjust your feet. And halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, hop your feet together underneath you, facing the right long edge of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up for Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then please reach your left knee up into the chest. Hands to the heart for balance. Kick through the left heel, lengthen through the left leg, keep it up. And then bend your right knee as you sit into a one-legged chair. Inhale, come up. Twice more. Exhale, bend the right knee, sit down. Inhale, come up so hard. Exhale, one-legged chair. And then come up. Have a little giggle, some humble pie. Maybe reach your arms forward, kicks through the left heel as you try to lower this all the way down onto the ground. Find your seat. Left leg is long. Step your right foot over your left thigh, face the right toes to either the front of your mat, well, at least the most recent front of the mat. Turn your whole chest to that edge and then walk your hands forward. So again, in a group setting, we all be facing different directions. I'm facing the original front of my mat. People that went for option 2, the non-arm balance option, they will be facing the back of the mat. Now stay in this lizard funky twist or go for baby grasshopper. Walk your hands back, flip your right palm up to the ceiling, thumb reaches back. As you grab the pinky toe edge of your left foot, step into your right foot, look forward, maybe lift off, kick through the heel, and then please lower it back down, hands underneath the shoulders. Bend your left knee, heel draws to the right glute, come up to sit. Right hand goes behind you, inhale, left arm up. So either facing our right edge of the mat or the left edge of the mat. Option 1ers, remember that's my arm balance. Option 2, you can forego, stay in the seated twist. I'll be with you in a moment. So for option 1, please take your hands to your right. Hands underneath the shoulders, go for your side crow cross-legged variation. Extend the legs out for Kundanyasana 1. Keep your left leg, top leg up, bend your right knee, heel draws in, and then slide that left leg back, opening up into Skandasana over your right leg. Inhale, turn over your right leg, runner's lunge. Float the right leg up for a right dog split. Bend the right knee, rock star to your left. Make sure the sole of the right foot is on the ground so you can lift the left leg. Pinky toe edge, grab it with the right hand, lower it down onto your seat. Rock your weight back, exhale, come up to stand, use your right foot and left hand. Left foot is forward, right foot steps 3 feet back and you're in pyramid pose facing the front of the mat. For my yogis that decided to not go for that little party trick, please counter twist open to your left. Press into the hands and then turn over to your left. And you're in a wide forward fold, small, sorry for the siren. Turn over your left leg and you'll be facing the original front of the mat. So in fact, we're all facing the original front. As my other yogis, they were starting facing the other side, and then we're all facing the front. Go for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold over. Another halfway lift on the inhale. Right hand goes underneath the shoulder on top of the left foot or outside of the foot. Reach your left arm up for Parita Trikonasana. Take your time. Make sure both heels are on the ground. I always like to feel what's going on with my hips. Go for another breath. And then exhale, left hand lowers, forward fold. A halfway lift. Step that right foot next to the left, forward fold at the front of the mat. Go to another halfway lift to re-lengthen, exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Find a single point of focus as you draw the left knee up into your chest. Take the right hand to the outer left thigh. Reach your left hand fiercely, again ferociously behind you. Maybe if you want to, reach down with your right hand for the pinky toe edge of the left foot. Keep reaching back. It is your counterbalance. Perhaps find your Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana C here. Go for one more. Then please soften the left knee, look forward, but keep a hold of the left foot. Figure 4, left ankle to right thigh, hands to your heart. Figure 4 chair, last one. You can counter that with a twist to your right. Take the left elbow to the sole of the right foot, maybe the whole tricep. Maybe airplane wing your arms out, big wingspan might be enough. Or take your hands down to your right. Pop onto the ball. I'm going to scoot back a bit. Pop onto the ball of your right foot. Take that left foot way high up on the left tricep. Hands underneath your shoulders, look forward. You can pop this forward and maybe extend that right leg to the front. You can look down or to the left. Then take that right foot back down. Unhook, forward fold. A halfway lift. Exhale, step it, hop it, float it. Upward facing dog. Down dog, last one. Take a beat. And then take your time to lower down to hands and knees. We did a million figure fours, so I'm gonna omit pigeon. Fistule your legs out to one side, drop your seat behind you, lengthen your legs forward and in front. As you come to lie on your back. Now we didn't do a ton of back bending. However, we did do quite a bit of twisting. And if anything prepares our body for back bending, it's twisting. So maybe you just want to take a couple of bridges, rolling bridges. Maybe perhaps you want to go into Urdhva Dhanurasana, your wheel pose. Take your time. Any form of back bend. And then please come down onto the ground whenever you are ready. A bit of a windshield wiper. If you want to counter that with a happy baby, you can do that. I'm just going to adjust my music. If there's anything else you really like to take, please take it. And you, of course, are more than welcome to move in and towards your Shavasana. Taking your time. Maybe eyes closed or soft gaze. So, moving through all the twists, besides the physical benefits of aiding digestion, it's very good for the health of our spine, twisting. We also move through the solar plexus. That's your Manipura chakra. It's where your willpower, determination, discipline, strength, inner strength, and I also really find it has a lot to do with self-love. So maybe imagine this gentle flame in the belly, or this bright light radiating from the belly in all directions, every corner of the body to the fingertips and the toes, absorbing that beautiful light into every cell and fiber of your being. Now you're more than welcome to stay lying down a little bit longer and maybe revisit the sequence, as the two options can throw some people off. It's a good practice, sticking to what serves, but also there's an opportunity there to maybe explore different opportunities for growth. With curiosity, with kindness. And this gentle but foundational strength, that all comes from our beautiful Manipura chakra. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Nirlambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti. I follow the light, the true teacher, within and without, bring me to reality, consciousness, and bliss. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you so much for practicing with me, for your energy. It's very much felt. Let me know if there's any questions. I'm here for your journey in your own yoga practice. And the inner light of me recognizes and honors the inner light in you. In other words, namaste. See you next week.